Good morning. All right, Buzzy's coming to join us, so that makes it official. We are going to do 45 minutes of yoga. We are going to start on our back this morning. Let's start in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. And of course, if that does not feel right for you first thing, that's okay. If it doesn't feel right, then bring your feet to the mat and let your knees go up to the sky, or you can just extend your legs long. If you have chosen Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly, and settle in, bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. I guess you could do that no matter which way you've chosen. So however you're lying on your mat, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Allow your lower back to melt down into your mat. Begin to notice your heart beating. Deepen your breath. Feel your belly rise with every inhale that you take. And feel your belly melt down toward your spine with every exhale. Let each breath go completely. Empty all the air out. Begin to straighten your legs long down your mat and reach your arms long behind you. Take a really deep morning stretch here. Reach your arms long behind you, reach your feet long in front of you. Point and flex your feet a couple of times. And then bring your knees into your chest. Bring both knees into your chest. Rock side to side, massage out your spine. Send both of your feet up to the sky for waterfall, but keep a bend in your knees here. So this doesn't have to be straight leg waterfall. And then point and flex your feet a couple of times here, circle your ankles around. Plant your feet on your mat where your knees point toward the sky. Your feet should be directly beneath your knees. Lower your arms down by your side. Inhale, lift your hips up to the sky for bridge. On your exhale, lower your hips back down toward your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press your hips to the sky. You take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop your hips down to your mat as you breathe out. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hug both of your knees into your chest again. This time, lift your shoulders off of your mat. So wrap your arms around your shins, curl up into a little ball, and allow yourself to feel this hug that you are giving yourself. Notice your body wrapped around itself, giving your own self a hug. Maybe showing yourself a little bit of love. And then take your arms, your hands behind your thighs and start to rock front to back. Rock a few times. Use your core to build some momentum. And then rock all the way forward into Baddha Konasana. So butterfly, feet together, knees wide. Inhale, lift your heart for cow. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale, lift your heart, cow pose. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. Let's do that a few more times. Go with your own breath. It doesn't have to match mine. Each time you lift your heart, you'll take a deep breath in until you cannot breathe in anymore. And then each time you round your spine and tuck your chin, you empty your lungs all the way. And then wrap up whichever round you're on, no rush. Come back to a neutral spine. Bring your arms up to the sky and twist over to your right. Take your left hand to your right knee or thigh and just take a deep twist. And then come back to center. Shrug your shoulders a few times. Reach your arms up to the sky, big breath in. On your exhale, twist over to the left. We'll pause here for a couple of breaths. And then come back to center. However you want to get there, we're going to come to tabletop. So maybe swing your legs through or around. Tabletop. Plant your hands on your mat underneath your shoulders, your knees beneath your hips. Inhale, drop your belly down, lift through your shoulders and lift through your tailbone here. On your breath out, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone around your spine. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Couple more. Really start to open up, make these a little bigger. So maybe this cow is bigger than the last cow. And this cat is bigger than the last cat. One more. And speaking of cat, Buzzy is extra loving this morning. Yes, you need all love right this minute, don't you? All right, neutral spine, tabletop. Extend your right leg long. Right leg long. Go ahead and bring your belly button toward your spine, so engage your core here. And then circle your ankle, point and flex your foot. Trying to give our feet a little extra love today. Drop your foot down to your mat and press your heel to the back of the room. So stretch out through your right hamstring and your calf. Notice the opening with your toes. We're going to be on our toes a little bit today. So we want to give our feet a little love. And then start to shift front to back. So this is where you might feel it in your toes a little more. Floss it out, forward and backward motion. Couple more. Lift your left leg. We're going to find sort of a combination between bird dog and cat and cow here. So take a breath in. On your exhale, bring your knee toward your nose and around your spine. So it's like cat, but bird dog. And then inhale, extend your leg and find cow with your upper body. Exhale, bring your knee to nose, round your spine. Inhale, extend your leg long, look forward. Knee to nose. Inhale, extend. This time, bring your knee forward and step it all the way through for a low lunge. Low lunge. Inhale, bring your arms up to the sky. We'll do this 3 times. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, lift your arms up to the sky. This time, frame your front leg, shift back, half split. So you can shift your legs back or step your foot forward or some type of combination of both. We'll breathe here for a second. And then shift forward for proposal pose. So send your hips to the front of the room. Maybe you take one or both of your hands to your thigh. If you have sensitive knees like me, I like to keep one hand down. And then we'll find a little bit of a dynamic flow between these 2 shapes. So proposal pose, shift back to half split, and then shift forward for proposal pose. We'll do that a few times. I'll let you go at your own pace. Find each shape with intention. So no need to rush it. Take your time, feel each muscle as it wakes up and comes online. And then no rush, but from here, meet me in tabletop. Tabletop, and then twist it out. Find some C-shaped twist, wag your tail. Extend your left leg long. Point and flex your foot, circle your ankle. Drop your foot down to your mat and send your heel to the back of the room. So really press through your heel to open up through your calf and your hamstring. And of course, breathe. And then start to shift front to back. So floss it out, shift forward and backward. Really wake up those toes. We're going to be on them in a minute. And then lift your left leg, engage your core. Take a breath in. On your exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round your spine. Inhale, extend your leg long, lift your heart. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the nose last time. Reach it long, breath in. And then as you exhale, step it all the way forward, low lunge. Low lunge. Inhale, bring your arms up to the sky, engage your core. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, lift tall. Frame your front foot. Shift your weight back or step your foot forward. Either way, half split. Flex your left foot. Flex your toes. Breathe here. And then shift forward for proposal pose. So send your hips to the front of the room, find length in your back leg. Maybe you take one or both hands to your thigh. It's optional. You really don't have to take any hands to your thigh. It's just an option. And then from here, shift it back to half split, and we'll find some dynamic movement here. We'll find a little bit of a flow, shift forward, shift back, and forward, and back. Do this a couple more times, go at your own pace, no need to use mine. And then meet me back in tabletop. This time, curl your toes under and sit back on your heels for toes pose. Toes pose. You can always have a block between your seat and your heels. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, breath in. This time, exhale, cactus your arms and open across your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull your elbows down as if you were in a swimming pool and you're going through water. One more, reach tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hinge forward. You can tap your toes out. Good morning, toes. From here, curl your toes under and find downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I'm going to grab my water real quick. Pedal out your heels, find some movement. Take anything that you need to in this first down dog. And then tiptoe your feet to your hands, come to a forward fold. Forward fold, allow your arms to hang heavy and dangle. So your arms just drip down toward the earth. Lengthen your tailbone toward the sky. And then come to a halfway lift. So this will be a breath in. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up for mountain. On your exhale, just take your arms down and then sort of behind you, palms face the floor. So I'll show you the back view. It's almost like we're in an airplane. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep your arms behind you, palms face the floor. Inhale, reach. Exhale one more time. So we're getting our triceps here. Reach back. Mountain pose. And then hinge forward for forward fold. Halfway lift, flat spine. Plant your hands, come into high plank. High plank. We're going to hold this first plank for a couple of breaths. Bring your belly button to your spine. Breathe. Drop down to your knees. Lower all the way down. Keep your hands planted. Lift your heart for cobra. And then press back, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Find any movement that you may need. And then come up to your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. And then we're going to do the same thing. Take your arms behind you on the exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms behind you. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, reach your arms behind you again as if you were moving through a swimming pool. Last time, mountain pose. And then exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, high plank. Breathe here. You know, I like to hold a plank for a second. It's nothing crazy, but you know, we want to warm up our bodies, warm up our spine, get our core engaged. And then lower all the way down. Knees are optional. Lower all the way. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra pose. And then exhale, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise, mountain pose. This time, sit deep into chair. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Your hips go back. Your weight is in your heels, not your toes. Breathe in. On your exhale, take your arms behind you, just like we did, but this time come up to your toes. So this is drinking birds. And then inhale, drop your heels, lift your arms, chair. Take your arms behind you, drinking birds. Inhale, chair. Exhale, last drinking birds, tip toes. That's always optional, you know, if your toes don't feel like doing it, that's okay. Chair pose. And then exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, high plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips high. Take a breath in. Let it go. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Find the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain. Sit deep chair. Breath in. Exhale, drinking birds. Arms behind you, palms face the floor, tip toes. Inhale, chair. So you're staying in your squat. Exhale, drinking birds. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drinking birds. Chair pose, we're mixing things up. Lift your left leg. Really root down on your right foot. And step your left leg back behind you. Come into warrior one. Warrior one. Have a 90-degree angle on your front knee-ish. And track your knee toward your pinky toe. Your back foot is completely rooted into the earth. Breathe in. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Reach your arms long. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Keep that bend in your front leg. From here, cartwheel your left hand down, reach your right arm to the sky, dragonfly. So you'll pop up on your back toes here. Dragonfly. High plank. Knees are optional, lower down. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Find the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise mountain, reach tall. Exhale, chair. Breath in. Exhale, drinking birds. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drinking birds. Inhale, chair. Drinking birds. Chair pose. Pause. Lift your right foot and step it behind you. Warrior one. Warrior one. Find your footing. Arms reach long to the sky. Breathe here. And then open up, warrior two. Gaze out over your front hand. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Open up through your side body. And then cartwheel your right hand down, reach your left arm to the sky. Pop up on your back foot here. Really reach with your top hand. Take your gaze to follow. And then from here, high plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Find the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Exhale, chair. Breathe in. Drinking birds. We're just going to do it one time. Drinking birds. We're going to hold it though. Hold drinking birds. So continue to breathe here. It may be wobbly. That's okay. You may come out of it. That's okay. Just come right back into it. One more breath. Chair pose. Lift your left leg. Pause for your breath. Step it behind you. Warrior one. Warrior one. Reach your arms tall. Open up. Warrior two. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach, reach, reach. And then cartwheel your left hand down and your right arm to the sky, dragonfly. High plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let it go. Inhale, up to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Find the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise, mountain pose. Sit deep chair. Breath in. Exhale, drinking birds. We'll pause here, keep breathing. We're gonna hold this. Really working our toes and our feet today. But so much of this is in our core. Believe it or not, so much of this is in our core. Keep breathing. And then drop your heels, lift your arms, chair pose. Lift your right foot, pause. Step it behind you, warrior one. Warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your right hand down, reach your left arm to the sky. From here, high plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale, send your hips back over your heels for child's pose. Child's pose. Let's take a minute here to breathe, to come back to our breath. Reach your arms long in front of you. Walk your arms over to the right side of your mat. Stack your left hand on top of your right and interlace your fingers. Hold your own hand here and feel that. Notice what that feels like to hold your own hand and give yourself a little bit of love. Release your hand, take your arms over to the left side of your mat this time, and stack your right hand on top of your left, and interlace your fingers here. Hold your own hand here. Release, reach your arms long in front of you. One more time. Take your hands together into prayer. Prayer, Anjali Mudra at the back of your head. Maybe your thumbs meet your neck. And really press down through your elbows. And then release your arms long. Make your way to tabletop. Tabletop. Find some side twist, find some movement here. Maybe take a couple cat-cows. We've still got a little more work to do. And then find downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come up to your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Find the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Sit deep chair. Breath in. Exhale, drinking birds. Pause here. Pause here. So your arms reach really long behind you, very strong. You're up on your toes. It's okay if you're wobbly. We're building muscle memory here. And then drop your heels, lift your arms, chair pose. Lift your left knee. This time, step your foot behind you into crescent lunge. I have to be careful because squirrel is right behind me. So crescent lunge, both, wow. Crescent lunge. It's tricky doing this with cats all over your mat. So both feet face the front of the room. You're on the ball of your back foot here. Sort of like what we did at the very beginning of our practice. You're on the ball of your back foot, crescent lunge. This time, cactus your arms, open your heart. Inhale your hands to prayer mudra like we just did, and then twist over your right knee. So find a twist. You can drop down to a bottom knee here or keep it lifted. Come back to crescent lunge, and then launch forward, warrior three. Warrior three, arms reach long in front of you, or your hands can be at your heart. Breathe. Drop your hands down to your mat, standing split. Standing split. So your back foot is flexed, your hips are square. Now cross your left leg behind your right. So step it back behind for a forward fold with crossed legs. Lift your back leg, standing split once again, and then step your feet together, forward fold. Take your first two fingers, wrap them around your big toes for Padangusthasana, big toe hold. Fold your upper body into your thighs. Your elbows go wide. Release your toes. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, high plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Find the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise, mountain pose. Big breath in. Exhale, sit deep chair. Inhale. Exhale, drinking birds. We'll pause here for a couple of breaths. Breathe. Drop your heels, lift your arms, chair pose. Lift your right knee. Step your foot behind you for crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Drop your elbows, so cactus your arms. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist over your left leg. You can always come down to a knee here. Breathe. Come back to crescent lunge, reach tall, and then launch forward, warrior three. Warrior three. Breathe here, flex your back foot. And begin to take your arms down, standing split. Cross your back leg. Fold with crossed legs. It's okay to have a deep bend here. Lift your right leg again, standing split. And then bring your feet together, forward fold. Take your entire hands underneath your feet for gorilla pose, Padahastasana. Toes to wrist creases. Wiggle your toes around. Wiggle your fingers around. Release your feet. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, high plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your right leg. Bend your knees, stack your hips, take some big circles. And then bring your knee to your nose, so hover, crunch. Send it back. And then bring your knee to your wrist for half pigeon. Half pigeon. You have the option of folding here, dropping down to your elbows. We'll pause here for several breaths. Press your hands into your mat, lift your heart. Reach around, grab your left foot, pull it toward your body for a quad stretch. Release, press back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Bend your knees, stack your hips, take some big circles here to open up. Straighten your left leg. Bring your knee to your nose, hover. Send it back. And then your knee to your left wrist for half pigeon. Half pigeon. Option to settle in, come down to your forearms, melt. Start to press into your hands, lift your heart. Reach around, grab your back foot, pull it toward your body. Release your foot, press back to downward facing dog, hips go high. Pedal them out one more time. This is our last down dog of our practice. And then walk your feet through your hands, come to sit on your mat in Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Take your hands to your feet and hinge forward. Release your feet. Come to lie all the way down on your mat. All the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Open your arms wide. And drop your knees to either side. You pick. Drop your knees to one side, find a twist. Come back through center and drop your knees to the other side. Come back through center. Hug your knees in. Take your hands to the outside of your feet for happy baby. Extend your feet to the sky. Bring your knees down toward your armpits. Release your feet. Hug your knees into your chest. One last time, wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a big hug. And then release all the way down to your mat for Shavasana. Sink down into the earth. Find stillness. And start to find a little bit of movement. Bring some awareness back into your body. Bring your knees into your chest and drop over to your side. Press yourself up to a seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Close your eyes to your breath. Empty it out. From your heart to your third eye. With gratitude, namaste. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you next week. Have a lovely rest of your day.